Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 693. We are live in the land of purple. Twitch TV with a TWA World's Heavyweight Championship Gold Rush tournament. This is a tournament that doesn't happen very often. It's happened maybe a handful of times in TWA history, but today, after a poll by the Fam Jam, the peeps have spoken, and we have the top 8 best of the best in TWA going head-to-head to see who can earn the right to fight El Grande Americano, who as of today has been a TWA World Heavyweight Champion for 70 days. He's actually one of the longest reigning TWA World Heavyweight Champions in TWA history. So it's going to be a fantastic tournament. Have a look at the quarterfinals, shall we? We've got Rocky Cross versus Jack Stone. Team Rocky Cross versus Team Soul Embers. We got the amazing Joe Davis from Team Boss Apollo taking on Team Joe Lincoln, the Phenom. We've got the Outsider Shade and the Assassin Mufasa, formerly known as the Future M. He is now the Assassin Mufasa. They're going to go head-to-head, and of course, last but not least in our quarterfinals, and everybody's eyes are going to be locked on that match, it is the Iceman, Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool, taking on Alan Severn, the Wolfman himself, the leader of the Wolfpack from Team Glenola. And of course, Shade and Mufasa. Shade from Team Sir Jack the Great One, Mufasa from Team Mufasa HCC. It's going to be one hell of a tournament. Before we get started, though, we've of course got Moon Raider 25 on the broadcast booth. Luke is not with us right now. I believe Moon and I think that he is at the shrine. What do you think, Moon? Think he's at the shrine right now?
Definitely 100%.
Yeah. First thing this morning, he sends me pictures of Mickey James in like her undergarments, and I'm thinking to myself, what in the blue hell, Luke, are you doing? I was just like, holy crap, what is he sending me here? But so yeah, we have not done many World's Heavyweight Championship tournaments in TWA history, so today's going to be very interesting. The last TWA World's Heavyweight Championship tournament, I believe, was the women's, was it not, Moon? I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was the women. Almost positive. But either way, it is the men today. But tell me, Moon, what's on your mind? What's new and exciting? What do you want to talk about? You got anything?
Well, technically, there has been, like, with what I've seen on the newsfeed from on X, Twitter, it's gonna be should be called. Will always be called Twitter, about David Finlay, which is the son of Fit Finlay, which is the Irish, the guy who was the Irish dude that was wrestling.
Oh yes, Fit. Yep.
Himself.
Fit Finlay. Yep. Yo, Hitman.
Yeah, David Finlay.
Hyper Knight Raven. We see you.
Yeah, David Finlay, the Savage King, and Hamaru Tanakashi.
Oh yes, yep.
Both guys have basically one of them still has a match on this late February, this later part of this month. I don't know if it's actually. I know the graphic came up and stuff, but they both their contracts have now expired. So one of them could be on their way to WWE, which is David Finlay. I don't know what Hamaru Tanakashi is going to do.
Interesting.
In New Japan. New Japan.
I saw something interesting yesterday myself. It was actually it was a top 10 list, supposedly of Europe's greatest champions. The problem is on that top 10 list of greatest WWE champions, they were basically, it was European champions. The problem was it was mostly comprised of Irish and English born wrestlers, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, why are Irish and British born wrestlers on a list of top 10 best European WWE champions? I mean, they had Andre the Giant on there, that was fine, right? He's from France, but yeah, everybody else was like Sheamus, like Becky Lynch, you know, like they were all from the British Bulldog, Dynamite Kid. These people are from England, you know, Great Britain, and they're from Ireland. So I was confused. I was like, what? Who made this list? I mean, I can understand maybe, say... Actually, I don't even know, because Drew McIntyre was on there too, but he's Scottish. Again, not European. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it circulating at all?
Oh, no.
No, you didn't? No. Okay. Well, so yeah, I was confused by that. I was like, why would you have... Because again, there was 10, but I would say all of them except for one, I think, were Irish and English-born wrestlers, so it was a little bit confusing. I mean, they could have put, Cesaro on there. He's European, is he not? You know, they could have put Gunther. Actually, I think Gunther was on there. He's from Germany, so at least that one counts. But yeah, you had Sheamus, you had Drew McIntyre, you had Finn Balor, Davey Boy, Dynamite Kid, Becky Lynch, Drew McIntyre. And it's like, no, none of them are European. They are not European champions at all. So it was a little bit confusing. I don't know what was going on there, really. Hitman on a 3-stream streak. Of course, we don't do streams here. It's lying to you, Hitman. It is a 3-show streak. Don't listen to Stream Elements. It quite often does and says things that it shouldn't. I believe it's on some sort of cyber drugs. We can't prove it. We're not entirely sure, but we think that. We do think that. Moon Raider is on a 10-show streak. And speaking of Hitman, I can get Hitman a shout out here in a moment. How's your day going, Hitman? Welcome in, by the way. Appreciate you being here. So, we got some stuff to talk about. There's things going on in the world of pro wrestling. There's been things going on in the Premier League. Things going on in the Olympics, like Olympic hockey. We tend to talk about hockey quite a bit, so we'll touch base on the Olympic hockey. Canada did quite well yesterday. Team USA did well yesterday. I believe Team Canada plays again today. We'll have a look at that in just a little while. Hitman says, so Twitch is high. Yeah, well, that's what we're saying is Twitch is high. It doesn't know what it's talking about. Today, Hitman is Edge. Are you Edge or are you Cope? Are you Edge or Cope? I don't know many people that call him.
Roman Reigns.
You're Roman Reigns today? Let's see who I am. I'm Elijah Archer. I very rarely get Elijah Archer when I do that, so it's always funny when it does happen. God, I can't wait to see what Elijah's dressed as. A hawk. I'm dressed as a hawk. Oops, might help if I spelt vehicle right. There is no W in vehicle. Last I checked. Last anybody checked, for that matter. Let's see. Driving an Escalade. So I am Elijah Archer, dressed as a hawk, driving an Escalade. Hitman is Edge, dressed as an elk and driving a Prius. You know, I'm pretty sure if you're dressed as an elk, you're not fitting in that Prius. Not unless you're removed. I mean, if it's a convertible, maybe. And even then, it might be a tight squeeze. Might be a tight squeeze. Moon Raider's driving a monster truck. Of course he is. What were you dressed as? Oh, you haven't done that yet? Or did you? I'm looking. Vehicle, monster truck. Moon Raider is Roman Reigns. I'm just looking to see if you did the Animagus or not.
An Animagus is a Hulk.
Oh, that was you? I thought I got the hawk. That's what I thought I got. Oh, you got a hawk too. Okay, so we're both hawks, except for you're driving a monster truck. I'm driving an Escalade. At least at least we're not driving Prius though. At least we're not driving a Prius dressed as an elk. So there's that. The rated R Elk Star Edge. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. So, of course, Luke's not very happy about Premier League yesterday. We may as well touch base a little bit. We won't touch base too much because we know that once Luke shows up, we're going to be talking about Premier League again. Guaranteed. But we do know that for some reason, Arsenal was just unable to get the job done yesterday. and they ended up drawing. So they dropped points. I think they're only currently, I want to say 7. They have a 7-point spread, I think, on Man City, and that's it at the moment. I don't think Arsenal plays again until next week. Can't remember when Man City plays again. But we'll have a look at all that stuff later, because again, once Luke gets here, we're going to have to bring it all up again anyways. So we won't touch too much base on hockey either, because he's going to want to talk about that as well. But what we can talk about is the crazy rumor floating around about a potential matchup at WrestleMania 42 between Brock Lesnar and Obafemi. I personally think it's way too soon for Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. I mean, the man he's still cutting vignettes, man. He hasn't even really made an actual debut on either of the shows. He's wrestled, yes, he's made his in-ring debut. But he hasn't chosen a brand, and it's way too close to WrestleMania to have a proper build between Lesnar and... Because isn't Brock Lesnar reportedly... I could be wrong, but I believe it's reported that Brock is going to retire at SummerSlam this year. So at that point, do they have Obafemi do it? Or do they have Gunther defeat Brock Lesnar and retire him at SummerSlam? What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Gunther retire Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and have something happen at... If they're going to have Brock versus Oba at WrestleMania, that's fine, but that's fine. It's not a great idea, I don't think. But that's fine, but I figure it's probably going to have to be a non-finish of some sort. So they both come out looking strong, and it sets up other opportunities. Like, for instance, Gunther interfering in the match because he wants a shot at Lesnar, or something of that magnitude. The other thing is, though, I could be wrong about the Gunther thing altogether, because I don't know if you watched Monday Night Raw, but Gunther, in his own words, said that he was leaving WrestleMania 42 as the WWE champion. He did not say the World Heavyweight Champion. He said the WWE champion. So that tells me that I think he's probably going to SmackDown. Sir Jack the Great is in the house. What's going on, Jack? Welcome in. By the way, Jack, were you at all surprised to hear that Shade had been champion for 124 days? No, but can beat Brock. You can't bury Brock. Yeah, that's what I mean. It'll have to be a non-finish of some sort. I'm doing pretty good, Jack. How you doing? You off today, or do you have to work, or are you at work? That could be a thing too. Abyss wants to know where his title shot is. Abyss was not... I mean, Abyss has never been in the World Championship picture, so he wouldn't have been chosen as one of the 10 superstars to get voted on for that championship. Things are done a very specific way. We don't do random matchups. I mean, people can... actually, I don't even know if we still have it, but there used to be a redeem for a World Championship match, but redeems don't supersede storylines or rankings, so we basically do those when we can. Because there's people fighting all season long trying to get through the rankings to get the championships, and then of course we have storylines going on, all kinds of stuff going on. However, I believe Abyss and Archer would like another crack at those Legends Tag Team Championships, because that was, that was ghastly. They did not win them. I thought they would. They did very well. It was a great match. Unfortunately, Sid and Jack Stone took their gold home with them. Title period. Well, I mean, he could challenge. I mean, you can always challenge somebody. That could definitely happen. But yeah, I don't know. I agree with Jack. I think Oba could beat Brock Lesnar. I can understand them having them square off, but again, if he is retiring, although like I said, if Gunther ends up going to SmackDown, which to me, because again, he didn't say World Heavyweight Champion, he said WWE Champion, so that tells me we might see Gunther crossing over to the Blue Brand. So in that case, something could happen at WrestleMania. Both men walk out looking strong. Oba retires him at SummerSlam. That I could deal with, because then they could take their time and build a proper feud and story with it. You know what I mean? Right now is way too soon. Way too soon to have the Ruler versus the Beast. But again, if they're going to, I hope they stretch that out, because you can't have Lesnar losing at WrestleMania with his potential retirement being just a few months later. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's a great idea. I don't think that's a great idea. Well, I mean, technically he got the tag title shot, but if he wants a specific, I mean, he's got to challenge. You can't just say he'd like a title shot. Does he want a shot at the women's championship? Which championship does he want a shot at? He's got to make up his mind. I know he's deranged and he's got all kinds of things going on up in his head like Randy Orton, but he's going to have to take the time to think about that. But I do believe it would be also, regardless of what championship he decides to go for, it'd be nice to see Archer and Abyss get another crack at the Legends Tag Championships. I think that'd be fun. But I don't know. What's your opinion on Oba and Lesnar, Moon?
I think do it at SummerSlam, maybe.
Yeah.
Just if they have the because the creative now. I mean, I know there is Triple H is all nothing but moments. Like, fair enough, yeah, all nothing but moments when it comes down to booking a wrestler, when it comes down to in their own town and that.
Yeah.
Whether if it's retirement or something, but I just hope the creative team has the tools which we haven't seen since 2024. Like with me, the way I vision it, since 2024, having there some perfect storyline. Like,
yeah.
I just hope they surprise, like as of now, just hope they surprisingly have the tools to, like Sesame Street Levesque has the
Sesame Street Levesque. Is that his new name now? Sesame Street Levesque. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, because he plays the company, like him and his creative guys like Bruce Pritchard and
yeah, they're all puppets. Yeah,
even Michael Hayes.
Yeah, they need to get rid of Michael Hayes. That guy has never... I don't understand what they like or see in Michael Hayes. Like about or see in Michael Hayes, but it's kind of strange. But that's my thing, too, is I just don't think there's enough time to build Oba and Brock for WrestleMania. I understand maybe why they'd want to do it. They're having problems pushing tickets, right? But they're expensive. What did they expect was going to happen? You know? I can understand having your ground level, have a certain section of the ground level and ringside be expensive. You know, it's not any different than going to a basketball game or a hockey game. You're going to pay a lot more for those than you're going to pay for other seating arrangements. But they also need to have some affordable seating arrangements as well. And but they've already said they're probably not going to be changing their ticket prices, so I don't know. So I guess Brock Lesnar Oba is a good draw. It's a good draw. They would definitely put asses in seat. Nobody's going to the bathroom between the Ruler versus the Beast, you know what I mean? So there's that. But all right, well, while we continue this conversation, while we're still waiting for Luke the Gooner 94, who we fully believe is sitting at the shrine of Mickey right now, especially after the pictures he sent me this morning. I was telling Moon earlier this morning, first thing he does is send me pictures of Mickey James in her undergarments, and I was like, oh my, what you do? What is Luke doing already this morning? And then I quickly tried to push the thought way back into my brain, hopefully out my ears and out of my brain, period. But yeah, so we're waiting on Luke, so we got some things to talk about with Luke when he finally shows up. Unless he shows up way too late, then Moon and I are going to talk about it without him. That's just, that's on him. That has nothing to do with us. We are here. Moon is here. I am here. We are ready to roll with episode number 693. Our, I think, only fifth ever TWA World's Heavyweight Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Again, we're going to run down the quarterfinals real quick. We got Rocky Cross and Jack Stone starting the quarterfinals off. We got Joe Davis and Joe Lincoln, Shade and Mufasa, the Iceman and the Wolfman. It is going to be a badass quarterfinals. I'm very excited about this. We're going to get things started right now with Rocky Cross and Jack Stone. The Giant SOB and the leader of Dark Vengeance are going at it first. So let's get things rocking and rolling with our quarterfinals. Here we go. All right. So Jack, I do agree with you. So what would you... Oh, he said he's off. Oh, he's off work. I didn't know if he meant... Yeah, I should learn to pay attention more. Anyways, Jack, what would you like to see happen between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar? If they do push that agenda, and they do decide, well, we're going to put him up against Brock at WrestleMania 42, what would you like to see happen there? Out of curiosity. And anybody else can answer that question if you'd like. That's a question for everybody. We do have a question of the day. It hasn't popped up yet, unfortunately. Oh, Luke is back. Luke is back. What's going on, Luke?
What's up, man?
Were you at the shrine? Were you looking at more pictures of Mickey in her undergarments?
I was at the shrine, yes.
We thought so. We know you too well. We knew you were there. We're just starting Rocky Cross versus Jack Stone. That was a hell of a surprise, though, and those are the first things you send me first thing in the morning. That was like, what, 8:45 this morning, my time. So it'd be like 1:45, I guess, for Luke. And the first thing he sends me is Mickey James in her undergarments. Hitman says, I don't remember what it was. He was never meant to get the tag win yet, so you failed. He was supposed to get the tag win. It was an opportunity for the Legends Tag Team Championship. You should pay attention. But I don't know if you ever stated what singles championship you wanted Abyss to go for. So you just have to figure that out. Unless somebody put it in the challenge and redeem section. I could look. First match of the quarterfinals, yeah. We got Rocky Cross taking on Jack Stone. And here he comes. Representing Team Soul Embers, of course. The Giant SOB. One of our newest Hall of Legends inductees. Former multiple-time champion. Currently, alongside his partner in crime, Sid Justice. He is the reigning, defending TWA Legends Tag Team Champion. Jack says, WrestleMania finish is controversial and leads to backlash. The clear definitive winner is Oba. That leads into Lesnar questioning himself, which leads to him announcing if he is his in-ring retirement at SummerSlam, and they're going to give him a proper send-off against anyone but Gunther. And Oba is now the big threat of the main roster, because if he stays afloat between rosters, no telling where he could pop up. Well, I was just saying that I did see the rumor that, well, not rumor, I was watching Monday Night Raw. Gunther's talking about walking out of WrestleMania 42 as WWE champion. Those were his exact words. He didn't say World Heavyweight Champion. He said WWE champion. So I'm thinking he might be crossing over the Blue Brand to go after Drew McIntyre, which would leave a feud, a potential long-running feud, wide open between Oba and Brock Lesnar. So we'll definitely have to see what's going to go on with that. But yeah, I don't remember. I feel like, I don't know if it's ever been actually solidified, but I believe they did talk about having Brock Lesnar retire at SummerSlam, I think. I'd like to see The Miz come back into play as a big player, because he's great on the mic and made the IC title worthwhile. Yeah, well, I mean, he's the second. He's had the Intercontinental Championship second most times next to Chris Jericho. I believe he's sitting at 8. Chris Jericho's sitting at 9. That's why I said before, if and when Jericho actually does come back, I'd like to see him get a 10th Intercontinental Championship, so he's not stuck at 9. But we'll see what happens with that. We shall see what happens with that. But yeah, I don't know if you watched Raw. Did anybody else watch Raw? Did you guys... Maybe... Did you hear him say the WWE Championship, or did you kind of just let that one pass in one ear at the other? Some people wouldn't have noticed. But I definitely noticed. I definitely noticed. By the way, the tournament is 2 out of 3 falls, so we're going to get a definitive winner. Each matchup, 2 out of 3 falls. Quarterfinals, semifinals, tournament final, and of course, championship final. El Grande Americano riding the pine right now, watching as everybody goes to battle. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I know there's a lot of conversing going on behind the scenes due to having issues pushing ticket sales for WrestleMania. Of course, they won't have to worry about that next year. It'll sell it quick. It's in Saudi Arabia. Just, they'll have a very boring, flat crowd again. Unless they can... I like when they're showing highlights of the Saudi crowd. They only show highlights where the moments where the crowd was actually excited about something. They don't show other, you know, because for most of that show, the Saudi crowd was flat. Almost non-existent, right? So it's funny what they try to pass off and get you to perceive. But yeah, next year won't be a problem selling tickets. It'll just be a problem having an exciting crowd. But yeah, I don't know. Luke, we were talking about Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi potentially happening at WrestleMania 42. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah. Do you think it's too soon? Unless they...
I wouldn't say it's too soon. I mean, I like the idea of it.
My problem is he hasn't even actually committed to a brand yet, and we're already going into the road to... We're already at the road to WrestleMania, right? The only thing I would like to see if that does happen is somehow there's a non-finish of some sort. But both Oba and Lesnar look strong. And, you know, set something up for Backlash. And if Lesnar is going to retire at SummerSlam, Oba would be a good guy to do that. Because again, if Gunther goes to SmackDown, he's probably not going to be the one retiring Brock Lesnar, which is a shame when you think about it, because he's going by the whole career killer thing. Lesnar would have been a good career to add to that resume, right? I think. I do. But we'll see what happens with that. So, Team Arsenal, Luke, yesterday dropped some points. You want to talk about that? What do you want? You want to talk about that? All right. We should definitely talk about it. I'm just going to pull up the Premier League standings. So Arsenal currently only 4 points ahead. They have a 4-point spread on Man City, and I think Arsenal plays again next Wednesday, I believe. I think it's like the 18th or something. Chelsea is looking like they're probably going to jump up to the top 4 here shortly, I think. Yeah. Man United has not been playing very well lately. Chelsea's been playing better. Yeah. Chelsea's been doing much better than Man United lately. Well, that's true. Since they sacked their manager, they have done better, yeah. They have done better. By the way, Moon, what's the general consensus from Chelsea fans about Liam Rossetti? Are they liking him, or do they have reservations?
I am a man that is that. I
I think they just gonna. I think they, if the way I would think of it, would take easy, would go easy on the dude.
We are seeing a
yeah, right. I mean, he did just start. But I got to tell you, like we've talked about it before. I think if anybody needs a regime change, probably the Wolves. Probably the Wolves. Which I believe Arsenal plays the Wolves next, I think. Or wait, let me look. The Wolves is next? Okay. And then Tottenham, right? So, yesterday's games, I'm just going to scroll back a bit here. Just give me a second. What is today? Today's Friday, right? So yesterday was Thursday. So there was only one game yesterday. That was Brentford and Arsenal. We'll get to that. So backing up to Wednesday, however. Sorry, Tuesday, because games started Tuesday. There was no games on Monday this week. Sunday to Tuesday this week. So Tottenham and Newcastle played on Tuesday, and Newcastle edged them out 2-1. Chelsea and Leeds United drawing it at 2 apiece. What happened there, man?
I don't know. They should have got the win.
Yeah, because I think I was talking to Luke in the broadcast booth, and we were kind of paying attention a little bit to what was going on with that. And we kind of thought the same thing, that, you know, Chelsea would probably beat Leeds United, but they ended up drawing. So what do you think played into factor there? Why do you think they didn't beat Leeds United?
I was saying the game. I'm glad that I didn't. But I knew it was going to go that way, down that road.
Yeah. What about you, Luke? What do you think happened? Chelsea and United. Leeds United.
I thought they went to the look and they just relaxed. Leeds United deserve to come back. They were good.
I mean, I did watch all the highlights, and it was a good game. I just thought that Chelsea would have won. There's our first fall for the first quarterfinal matchup. Rocky Cross is up 1-0 over the giant SOB Jack Stone. And he's not letting up. Look at this. Oh, off the ropes with a spear to the big man. Good God. Wow. Just like that, it is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first quarterfinal match of the tournament, representing Team Rocky Cross and, of course, Dark Vengeance. It is Rocky Cross picking up the big W over Team Soul Ember's Jack Stone. So Jack has been eliminated from the tournament. Congratulations to Team Rocky Cross, Team Dark Vengeance, of course. It's a big win for Rocky Cross. But yeah, I mean, again, I watched all the highlights for it. It was a good game. I thought that Chelsea was going to pull that off, and then I was surprised it was a draw. I really was.
I didn't expect them to collapse like that.
No. Yeah. It was kind of crazy. So the next game on Tuesday was Everton and Bournemouth, and of course Bournemouth won 2-1. Man United played West Ham, and that was a draw. So that one surprised me a little too. I actually thought Man United would have beat them. I actually thought, but then if you watch the highlights, it was a bit of an odd game.
Yeah.
It was an odd game. Like, I don't know.
West Ham played really good.
I mean, considering, I suppose. I thought Man United would have beat them. I don't know why. I thought they would have.
West Ham played good though that match. They should have won that match.
They played a better second half than the first half, for sure. Man United, I don't know. It's like once they scored, that was good enough for them. They just held on to the... I don't know, it was weird. I don't know. Then yesterday we had Nottingham Forest and the Wolves going at it, and Nottingham Forest could not get the job done against a team that has one win the entire season so far. And I got to tell you, that's not a good look.
That's quite extraordinary when you want to stay up. You want to stay in the league, you can't be thinking that.
Right?
One game,
right? It's crazy.
Hang on a minute.
Kind of crazy.
That is nuts, Dan. I mean, you don't sound like you stayed up.
Here we go.
Team with only one fucking win.
Match number 2 in the quarterfinals, the amazing Joe Davis from Team Boss Apollo, and of course the Deleters of Worlds, taking on Phenomenal Soul and Team Joe Links, the Phenom Joe Lincoln. That is our next match of the day. Who's going to move on to the semifinals to face Rocky Cross? We're going to find out right now. It is time to keep the show on the go. It's time to turn and burn. It's tournament time. Let's go. What do you guys think? Joe Davis or Joe Lincoln? Which of the two Joes are moving on to face Rocky Cross? What's your pick, Moon?
Was Gouda in this tournament or not?
No, he's not in the tournament.
Nice.
Yeah. He was in, 11th spot? Now, the good news is, have I missed
a couple of matches before I came in? Or?
Well, he's had some losses in house show matches, and then some things transpire on regular shows. So it dropped him down to 11th spot. But the good news is, I took the top 10 and put them on that poll. Archer didn't get voted in, and of course, Oni Shinobi removed himself, so we ended up with the top 8, which bumps Gunnar up. So Gunnar would now be like in 2nd spot, I think. I think he might be the number 2 contender. So he's got as long as he continues winning over the next week or so, he'll jump right up to the number 1 contendership for that championship. And it's been a hot moment, actually, since Gunnar was the TWA World Heavyweight Champion. So that'd be interesting. Gunnar, of course, got his... I see Gunnar got his new Team Arsenal attire today. Looks really good. Fantastique. And rumor has it Team Chelsea also putting together some new team attire. So that's going to be interesting to see what they choose to do and what Moondust decides to do there. And here he comes, the amazing Joe Davis. He is the reigning, defending TWA Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion. And I'm pretty sure, I have to double check, but I think he has defended that championship in a Battle Royal now on 5 different occasions. I mean, it's crazy to win one Battle Royal, much less defend a second time. He's done it 5 times. That's crazy. It is crazy. I've never seen the likes of it. Because prior to that, the only people that ever defended were Roman Reigns and El Grande Americano. They won it, and they defended it twice. But Joe Davis, 5-time. 5-time Battle Royal Champion. It's absolutely absurd. But cool. It is definitely cool. There's the question of the show. Do you think that WWE should unify the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships? If anybody wants to take a crack at that.
Never liked the whole unified.
You like having one for Raw, one for SmackDown?
Yeah,
okay, well, that's fair enough. There's no wrong answers, so it's just a question.
I actually like having like separate ones because you can do different things. Like
the WWE Universe.
It would be better if they didn't have superstars constantly crossing over between red and blue. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
That's just what I prefer. You like to unify the belts.
Yeah.
I like having them all.
Yeah. I find it odd that all the belts are the same I like the fact that they're the same for the men's and women's. It's kind of like other sports. Like if you look at boxing, if you look at UFC, they don't change the style of championship just because it's a women. Right, yeah. However, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, why are they different? And they're not nice, by the way. The NXT Women's Tag titles were nicer than those. They are not nice championships. I think they should either be giving them ones that look like the SmackDown Tag Team Championships or the Raw Tag Team Championships. Personally, that's how I feel about that. I don't like the fact that, for some reason, that division is different than every other division, where the championships were made look the same. Which is a good thing, because it shows you that, you know, the women's championships are every bit as prestigious as the men's. So I like that. But again, it boils down to that tag team championship. And I never liked those titles. Ever, you know. What they should have done is, when they unified the NXT tag titles and the women's tag team titles for the main roster, they should have kind of combined the design somehow. Or something. Because the ones they have are just, I don't know. I don't like them personally. Does anybody else like them? Do you like them? I don't like them. They could be just me. Yeah. No. Yeah. But it's interesting. Okay, so moving back to yesterday's games, Aston Villa and Brighton went at it. It was 1-0 for Aston Villa. We had Crystal Palace and Burnley edged them out 3-2. Man City beat Fulham 3-0, which we're not happy with, by the way. We are not happy about that. We are not. We do, yeah. Liverpool over Sunderland 1-0. And then, of course, the final game yesterday was Team Arsenal and Brentford. Because there was only one game yesterday. The rest were all Wednesday and Tuesday games. What happened with Arsenal and Brentford, Luke? Tell us all about it.
We drew 1-1. We didn't really play that good, to be honest. We got the goal though. That we went 1-0.
Yeah.
I can't remember what their goal was. They kept crossed it into the box, and then the one time it eventually there, they never really scored the goal.
And Brentford's goalkeeper did quite a banger job at the end there. Yeah. Yeah, Arsenal kind of...
That one that he made early on in the game.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, I mean, I was just saying that Brentford's goalkeeper actually did fairly well in that game, period. But yeah. But yeah, it was unfortunate. So Arsenal ended up dropping points. They now only have a 4-point spread over Man City, but they're still in the lead. They're still leading the league. It is not. There's still what? I believe there's 12 games left of the season. I believe. I think. Because they played 26 games, right? And there's 38. So yeah, there'd be 12 games left. 12 games left. Next match for Arsenal will be on Wednesday the 18th, and they play the Wolves. They better beat the Wolves. I don't want to see a draw. I most certainly do not want to see a loss. Of course, if they lose to the Wolves, they should fire their coach. Or somebody. The assistant coach. I don't care. Fire the water boy. I don't give a shit. But no, they're not going to lose to the Wolves. I don't want to see a draw, though. I want to see a win. I want to see them get the 3 points. Is what I want to see. And then after that, that's the only game midweek is Arsenal and the Wolves. Everything else is Saturday. Is there? Yeah. There's also that's this weekend. Yeah. I'm talking about next week. There's only one game during the week, and then the rest of them are Saturday games. For instance, you have Aston Villa, Leeds United, Brentford playing Brighton, Chelsea and Burnley, West Ham and Bournemouth, Man City and Newcastle. I'm really hoping Newcastle beats them. I want to see. Whether or not that happens, I guess.
You're getting like, once you get into it, you start getting annoyed with
Yeah. Nottingham Forest, they play Liverpool. They couldn't even beat the Wolves, so they're not beating Liverpool. And then Crystal Palace playing the Wolves next Sunday. Actually, the Nottingham game and Liverpool game is Sunday as well. Yeah.
How bad they are, they are in a relegation battle.
Horses that bring them back into the Wolves. Good way of using the
besides Crystal Palace and the Wolves next Sunday, it is Sunderland and Fulham and Tottenham and Arsenal. That should be another win for Arsenal there. Should. Yeah. Oh, it looks like Joe Lincoln picked up the first ball. It is 1-0 for the Phenom. Ooh, the amazing Joe Davis looks like he's looking for an immediate comeback, though. Oh, 2 count only. Joe Lincoln kicks out. So yeah, lots going on in the Premier League. Also, lots going on in the Olympics. I don't know who's been paying attention to the Olympics at all. I've, of course, been paying attention to Olympic hockey. Actually, Luke and I were checking out some highlights from the Team Canada game against the Czechs yesterday. They blanked the Czechs 5-0 in the Olympics. What I didn't know, I don't know if it's a new thing or if I just never noticed before, but they get 3 points for a win in Olympic ice hockey. I don't recall that being a thing. I don't know. For me, that's new. Because never in ice hockey do you get 3 points for a win, you get 2 points. So I don't know, it's just strange for me. So yeah, Canada beat the Czech team 5-0, and then of course you had Team USA. I believe they beat Switzerland. Oh, there you have it. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of our second quarterfinal matchup, and moving on to face Rocky Cross in the semifinals, representing Team Joe Link and Phenomenal Soul. It is the Phenom, Joe Lincoln, moving on to the semifinals. So congratulations to Joe Lincoln and Team Joe Link. Joe Davis eliminated along with Jack Stone in the quarterfinals. So there's our first semifinal matchup. I tell you, these guys aren't wasting any time in this 2 out of 3 falls match. It looked like Joe Davis was going to pick up a quick fall right after Joe Lincoln pinned him. That did not happen. It was only a 2 count, and Lincoln didn't look back. Ended up picking up that second fall. 2-0 over Joe Davis. Rocky Cross also beat Jack Stone 2-0 in their matchup. So very interesting. Very, very interesting. Of course, once we hit the semifinals, we'll open up the betting lines. We don't open the betting lines at all for the quarterfinals usually. It is not something we do. All right, so let's have a look at matches from yesterday. I'm just trying to find the men's game for the U.S. There it is. So they beat Latvia 5-1. So here are the completed games so far. Oh, I got to go back up a little ways because it's... There it is. So the Czech team beat Team France 6-3. Slovakia beat Italy 3-2. Finland over Sweden 4-1. United States over Latvia 5-1. Germany over Denmark 3-1. Team Canada beat the Czechs 5-0 in the Czech second game. Switzerland beat France 4-0. So France not doing too well so far because they lost to the Czechs, who Canada pounded 5-0. Sweden and Italy, it was Sweden over Italy 5-2. Slovakia over Finland 4-1. Today, at about 10 after 8 UK time, 10 after 3 Eastern time, so on and so forth, Team Canada plays Team Switzerland. And then tomorrow you've got Germany and Latvia going at it, Sweden and Slovakia, Finland and Italy, United States versus Denmark are the games for tomorrow. And then Sunday we've got Canada versus France, Denmark and Latvia, and United States versus Germany. So lots of ice hockey going on in the Olympics. I was looking at some of the sports that Great Britain's involved in, and they seem to mostly be involved in like biathlons and other such events. They don't have a hockey team, clearly. They clearly do not have a hockey team. All right, here we go. We're moving on to the third matchup here in the quarterfinals. Let's keep the ball rolling. Here we go. Next match of the quarterfinals is the Outsider Shade taking on the Assassin Mufasa from TDL and, of course, Team Mufasa HCC. The Outsider, of course, from Team Sir Jack the Great One. That is our next match of the day for our quarterfinals. Let's get things turning and burning, shall we? Here we go. Shade versus Mufasa. Tournament or no tournament, that's a hell of a matchup right there. That is a hell of a matchup. Just going to check out the chat room here real quick. I've been kind of ignoring the chat as we were checking out some of the statistics. Question of the show, do you... Moonraider says yes. See, I think so too. I don't think, especially with they keep having superstars going back and forth, unless they're going to do a draft and have Blue Brand be Blue Brand and Red Brand be Red Brand again. I don't think we need 2 world championships, but we'll see what happens there over time. I think that's all I've missed as far as chat goes. Oh, wait. Sir Jack says, so what are your thoughts on the rumors that TKO wants to bring back in Vince McMahon after the lawsuit has passed? I don't think it will happen, but John Laurinaitis just showed up for some indie promotion, so meh. Again, I don't see any reason why Vince McMahon would even be a thought in anybody's mind. The man was running the company into the ground in his own way, all by himself. There's no reason to bring Vince back. He has nothing left to offer. Vince should stay away. And that's my personal opinion. I don't speak for anybody else. But what is Vince McMahon going to do? He wasn't doing anything when he was there. People were complaining. Vince is out of touch with the fans. Vince's storyline booking is based around his guys, etc., etc., etc. People hated it. They wanted Vince gone. You know, I get we had a slump. 2025 was not a good year. But that is not a reason to bring in an old, decrepit shell of his former self, Vince McMahon, to try and do anything for that company. So I'm hoping it's strictly just rumor. You know, I was always a Vince fan back in the day. You know, he was the genius that took pro wrestling and made it into a household sport, basically. You know what I mean? People always questioned if they should call it a sport, if they should call it a sports entertainment. I mean, it's athletics. They're athletes. It's to me, it's no less a sport than synchronized swimming. So, and again, look at basketball. They sprain a finger, they're out for 4 weeks. You know, professional wrestling, they sprain a finger, they better show up to the next show tomorrow night. You know what I mean? They keep rolling. Their injuries have to be fairly significant before they take time off. But yeah, no, I don't want to see Vince back in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it'd be beneficial in any way at all. I don't see how that would help. I do not.
Some of their fans, and I didn't actually physically bump into it. They say, we want Vince back. Wait, so the fans back in the same fans that were back from 2020, back in the later years of Vince.
Yep.
Wanted Vince McMahon gone, and now they want him back. So,
all the way up to 2023. All the way up to 2023. You know,
people say that Triple H was in control of the company back then, but it wasn't. It was Vince still in disguise.
It was Vince. Yeah, it was definitely Vince. It was definitely Vince. Mufasa ready to roll. Former world champion himself, he would love to strap that championship around his waist again, get another crack at El Grande Americano. He's going to have to go through the outsider shade first. Can he do it? We're going to find out right now. But yeah, now here's the thing though, although I don't think Vince should come back, I do think Triple H needs some help. I don't think he's doing a good enough job on his own. So there's that. You know what I mean? Why not bring Shawn Michaels into the picture? You know, he's done amazing things with NXT. What's to say he couldn't help? I'm not saying. Well, maybe it's a personal choice by Shawn. Maybe he likes the lesser schedule of running NXT. I don't know. But who says he has to be there every week? But they could involve him in creative for Raw and SmackDown somehow, right? People always have great things to say about Shawn Michaels. The NXT talent have great things to say. People outside the business have good things to say about what Shawn Michaels has been doing. So why not? Like, is there something we don't know about? Does Triple H not want Shawn involved, or? Because I mean, we have Road Dogg. I like Robert Roode, but I don't. Michael Hayes. You know what I mean? There's people that I believe shouldn't be involved in creative. You know who I'd like to see? I don't know if Jack would agree with this or not. We'll find out. He'll either pounce all over me or he'll agree with me. But I think, and it's controversial maybe, but Bruce Pritchard would be a good one to bring in and try to do something different. What are your thoughts on that? Agree or disagree?
Bruce Pritchard thinks Vince is fucking
one of his yes men.
He is, but at least he has a better grasp on the business still, was my only thought.
He gets on giving us rematches every week. That's Bruce Pritchard.
That's true. That is true. He's got a hard-on for rematches. That's very true. You could end up seeing the same people wrestle for the next 6 weeks, for instance. But I don't know. Who do you bring in? Who do we bring in to help? Is the question, ultimately. Who do you guys think? If you had to choose somebody to bring in, I mean, I still think Shawn Michaels might be an answer. I don't know why it hasn't been. If there is like I said, maybe Shawn likes the lesser schedule of NXT, doesn't want to be involved in as much in the main roster decision-making process, but I would like to see Shawn have more of a role there, personally. Especially if they can get AJ Styles to go and help out with NXT. Because again, Sean wouldn't have to be involved with everything on the main roster, but he could be there to help with creative ideas and attend meetings here and there. And I'm really hoping AJ ends up helping out NXT at some point. I would like to see him maybe in TNA even. I don't know. It's up in the air whether he'll ever wrestle again, because even AJ recently said himself, you know, you can never say never in this business, and what if his son wrestles? He'd want a chance to wrestle with his son in a tag team match. You know, so there's... I mean, you got AEW fans all over the place trying to post things daily about how AJ's going to AEW. He's not going to AEW. He is not. The only reason they're going on about that is because there was a point in time, and it came out in an interview recently, there was a point in time where AJ had contemplated on going to AEW. But ultimately, he thought better of it and signed his contract with the WWE, and the rest is history. He's had a 10-year phenomenal career. Right? So, there's that. But I don't know. Do you guys think Shawn Michaels is maybe an option? Or should be an option?
I don't know how many more times he's going to be able to kick out after that. That was too close for comfort, and there needs to be a refocus.
I know. That's what I mean. Do you think he could help Raw and SmackDown in the same way that he's helped NXT? Because NXT's phenomenal. Right? NXT's phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, the ratings don't reflect that, but that's, you know, it's also on a different network. It's also on a different network. But
might be close to the end.
I still want to see, especially now that we have AAA and TNA, I'd rather see NXT be looked at more as a competing brand as opposed to development. I would like to see that. And if you guys remember, during the Black and Gold era, they almost did that. They almost did that, but they pulled back. Well, sorry, Vince pulled back the reins and started making them call it development system again. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. Do you remember that move?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was exciting. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. You put NXT on, especially now. If you were to put NXT on the same network as a Raw or SmackDown for a good run, you know, I think they would compete fairly well with Raw and SmackDown. You know, especially you got Joe Hendry as the NXT champion. They could sell more tickets for NXT. If you're doing more shows with bigger audiences, you know, you're going to get more viewership eventually. I don't know. Vince never wanted that to happen, though, you see. He wanted that to remain what it's remained, for the most part, is a development system. But they've got TNA and AAA now. They've got TNA, they've got AAA. Do they really need 3 development systems? They've also got other farm leagues, right, like MLW. Right? They also pick people up from other organizations, Glory, for instance, all the time. So, do we really need to continue having NXT as a development brand? So there's a question for you. Do you think NXT needs...
Battle of counters.
Go ahead.
No one's getting their full offense.
Yeah, Vince was the one who buried NXT.
Yeah.
As soon as September 2020, I think it was 2021 or 2022 came around, Vince McMahon had his hand. Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, Vince McMahon, and these yes men are on NXT.
Yeah. That was unfortunate. Because like I said, it was kind of exciting when they were hinting at the possibility of NXT becoming an actual brand in competition with Raw and SmackDown. And then, what did that last? Maybe 6 months before they pulled the reins back on it and started calling it development again? Which was unfortunate, in my opinion. Oh, there you have it. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the semifinals of this Gold Rush tournament, representing Team Mufasa HCC, and of course the greatest tag team in TWA history, TDL. It is the Assassin Mufasa. Moving on to the semifinals, we have one quarterfinal matchup remaining. Who's it going to be joining? Mufasa and Rocky Cross and Joe Lincoln. We're going to find out here shortly. Another great match. So far, 3 quarterfinals matches, 3 fantastic matches. It's going to be a very interesting semifinals, because what we have left, ladies and gentlemen, our 4th and final quarterfinals matchup, the Iceman Christian Hart versus the Wolfman Alan Severn. 2 members of the roster that have been around for almost all of our soon-to-be 7 seasons. Going head-to-head. They've got much history. They've been in tag team battles. They've been in singles battles. 4 championships. Even non-championship matches. They've done it all. So very interesting, especially depending on how long you've been around TWA. Whether or not you remember those matches, if you watched them, if you didn't watch them. I mean, I did. I've been around the whole 7 seasons almost, so. I'm the wrong person to ask. Of course I have. Yeah. So the semifinals definitely taking shape. Rocky Cross, Joe Lincoln, and Mufasa already moving on to the semifinals. Now it is down to Christian Hart and Alan Severn. That is last in the quarterfinals and next. So let's keep the ball rolling. Here we go. The Iceman versus the Wolfman. Team Christian Cool versus Team Glenola. There was something else I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what the hell it was now. I've lost it. What was it? Oh! Did anybody see that Chris Statlander lost the championship to... Actually, I forget her name because I don't know who she is.
Didn't see it, no.
You didn't see it? So yeah, there's a new women's world champion. Chris Statlander has been dethroned, which is odd. I thought it was far too soon for that to even happen. Can somebody look that up? Who, Moon, I don't care who does it. Who was it that Statlander lost?
Her name, well, they call her Thekla.
Thekla? Okay.
Spider.
I know a lot.
This Austrian girl.
I know a lot of the comments when people were commenting on the post was, who beat Statlander? Nobody knows who she is, really. Alright? That's one of AEW's biggest problems, is they do not have any household names except for ones that came from the WWE. So, they do need to fix that problem. But, I mean, I'm not sure if they know how to at this point. I'm not sure if they know how to. And if they do, they're not doing a very good job of showing it. Because Statlander, did she not beat Toni Storm for that championship? She did, didn't she? Yeah, so you have her beat Toni Storm, become the AEW Women's World Champion, and then she drops the title to somebody nobody really even knows. Her name, I guess, is Thekla, you said, Moon?
Yeah.
But that's a very good response to that, you know, because, again, who is she? Who the hell is Thekla? I don't know. I do not know.
She used to wrestle in, I think she used to wrestle in Stardom and was Julia's tag team partner when she was over there.
Oh, shit. So, okay, so her name wasn't Thekla. I don't think she wrestled as Thekla when she was Julia's partner. We'll have to look that up. Hold on. Inquiring minds must know. That was in Stardom, right?
Yeah.
He's saying he'll steal the show here tonight, and he looks more than ready to deliver on that promise.
Let's find out, shall we? So her name now is Thekla. When she was Julia's tag team partner, she was called Mafia Bella. Mafia Bella. Yeah. Yeah. Her other primary tag team partners were Suri, now called Alk, I guess. Meika, as part of the Donna Del Mondo team, or stable. And Mai Sakura, now called Oh My Julia, apparently. Spelt the same way as Julia in WWE. Interesting. But yeah, so I'm not familiar. Like, I did know, now that I know who it is, I did know she was Julia's tag team partner. I never really watched her wrestle, and I certainly don't know her by Thekla. Like, what is Thekla? What is that? Like, is there a meaning behind that name? Is there a... I don't know. You know, at least when certain people change their names, like, for instance, Powerhouse Hobbs changed it to something that has meaning to him. It is of sentiment to him, right? Royce is his son, and Keys is his mother's maiden name. What is Thekla? Like, what is... right? Like, what the hell is that? I don't even know. Christian Hart and Alan Severn, not surprisingly, off to a quick start to this matchup. These guys have a lot of history, like I said earlier. Tag team matches, faction wars, singles competition, non-title and championship matches. They've gone at each other over the Legends Championship. I mean, they've done it all together in almost 7 full seasons. So I was actually looking forward to this matchup. I was really glad that they got voted in to the top 8 for the quarterfinals. Of course, a lot of people are going to bump up the rankings list now too because of this tournament. Because I took the top 10. Gunnar was sitting at number 11. So Gunnar is going to bump up. And I'd have to go back and look to see who the other competitors are. I believe one of them might have actually been Eric Dangerous, actually, from TDL. I think he was sitting number 12 right underneath Gunnar. I'm almost positive. I'd have to double check that, but I'm almost positive that's the way that was rolling. Hyper Knight Raven invading the compound with 16 villains. What's going on, guys? Welcome in to episode number 693. We appreciate you stopping by. This is our 5th ever TWA World's Heavyweight Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Final match of the quarterfinals. It is the Wolfman Alan Severn from Team Glenola. Of course, Hyper Knight Raven knows who Glenola is. He is always riding on over to Glenola's channel when he goes live. And if anybody knows who Christian Cool is, again, I believe Hyper Knight Raven knows also who Christian Cool is. So, but that's what's going on. You come in at a good time. We're just making that semi-final take shape. So far, we have Rocky Cross and Joe Lincoln in the semi-finals. That's the first matchup of the semis. And Mufasa, the assassin Mufasa from Team Mufasa HCC, has also moved on to the semi-finals and is awaiting an opponent, which will of course come out of this matchup. But how's everybody doing? What's new and exciting? Promptu is in the house. What's going on, Promptu? Always good to see you. How's your day? What's new and exciting? Spidey is in the house. What's going on, Spider-Man? Spectacular Spider-Man swings by to show some love. We love love. We do. We appreciate the love. We'll take all the love. Do you guys got plans for Valentine's Day? I know tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I don't know if it... That's the thing Luke and I were talking about earlier. We don't know if Valentine's Day is a popular thing worldwide or only in certain parts of the world. I know it's popular in the United States. It's popular in Canada. I'm really not too sure if it extends too far beyond that, though. Now, Luke did say they have something similar in the UK, like a Valentine's Day, but it's not, you said not the same day, though, right, Luke? Right, Luke?
Sorry.
How fucking dare you? Okay, so yeah, that's what we're talking about. You should look it up, see what day it is. It's the 14th here, which is obviously tomorrow. Today's Friday the 13th. I was saying earlier, I actually have 2 children that were born on Friday the 13th. One Friday, October 13th, and one Friday, January 13th. Luckily, we're not superstitious. And they, well, actually, both those kids are kind of crazy. So there's that. Both of those children are kind of crazy, so there is that. Shiny Stars! What's going on, Shiny? Appreciate you. Embrace your dreams, and whatever happens, protect your honor as a Shiny Blood Star born champion. I like that. I like that. That could almost be like a quote from a wrestler. That could be a quote from a wrestler. And there's the first fall, goes to the Wolfman, Alan Severn. It is 1-0 over the Iceman, Christian Hart. I remember one time the Iceman and the Wolfman had a submission match. That submission match was well over an hour-long match. They were both so fatigued that the Wolfman, Alan Severn, ended up winning the matchup, but with a hammerlock. Right? A hammerlock is, generally speaking, a transitional move when they're transitioning through different technical maneuvers, right? But Wolfman slaps on a hammerlock, and the Iceman Christian Hart tapped out. And I got to tell you, Glenola never let Christian Cool live that down. I mean, if they were on the broadcast booth right now, I almost guarantee they'd be talking about that match and that happening. It was kind of crazy. Rin Joker's in the house. What's going on, Rin? I got to get some more shout-outs going on here. Sorry, you said what? They are, yeah. Yeah. Now, whether or not they do as well there again. Well, I mean, their first all-in, they sold a hell of a lot of tickets, right? I think they sold somewhere around 81,000 tickets. So, yeah. That's why I thought WWE would have hopped on the ball of doing what they said they were going to do, because the UK originally was supposed to be the first stop for WrestleMania when it left North America, and it ended up becoming fucking Saudi Arabia instead, which I'm still not a huge fan of. I don't know who is or isn't, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Lurking in the shadows 10 times. We appreciate you, Rin Joker. Rin Joker's also currently on a 10-show streak. Hell yeah, Rin Joker. I'll make sure I get you a shout out here in a moment, Rin Joker. I try to get everybody in order. I don't even know if I've missed anybody. I got to get Hyper Knight Raven still. I think I already got everybody else. I got, did I get Jack? I don't know if I got Jack. I might have to shout Jack out too. I don't want to swell his ego. You don't want to shout out Jack too many times. His brain swells. His ego swells. It's more fun to drop a house on Team Sir Jack the Great. As a matter of fact, we haven't done that in a while. So, you're not in the land of Oz, Sir Jack the Great One, but the Archiverse just dropped a house on your ass like you're green and could be melted with a bucket of water. Take that. Take that. haven't played the lotto today. Let's see what's going on with the lotto. 31, 26, 66. I know right off the hop that is unlucky. Whoops. I spelt blackjack wrong. Shame on me. There we go. I got a 1 and a 2, and that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match. And moving on to the semifinals to face the assassin Mufasa. Representing the Wolfpack, he is the leader of the Wolfpack and Team Glenola. The Wolfman Alan Severn with a big win, 2 falls to nothing over the Iceman Christian Hart. And if I'm not mistaken, has everybody that's made it through to the semifinals has now swept their opponents, have they not? I don't think their opponents got a single fall. I think it's 2-0 straight across the board. Is that right, Moon? Yeah. The people moving on to the semifinals keep sweeping their opponents. It's kind of crazy. They're skunking them out. Crazy. Let's see if I can become world championship worthy here. 56%. And 42%. So, not doing great as far as that goes today. Not doing great as far as that goes today. I mean, I never do well. Lotto, blackjack. Oh, I didn't play the dice game. I could play the dice game. I could maybe get something there. 6 and a 4. I believe it's a pair of 3s, so that's unlucky. I don't know if it's popped up yet. Let me just scroll back. It really annoys me that I can't pin things anymore. Yeah, it's a pair of 3s. Lotto numbers are 10, 25, and 5. And let's see here. I'm just looking to see. Blackjack is 18. You got to beat 18 because a 0 is an ace. So you got to beat 18 or tie 18 for a playoff with the house. All right, so we need to get Hyper Knight Raven and Rin Joker a shout out here. Let's start with Rin Joker. There you go, Rin. You're always appreciated. All right, so big win for Alan Severn. Congratulations to the Wolfman and Team Glenola. And, of course, the Wolfpack. They'll be partying all night, I'm sure. So it is official. The quarterfinals are over. And we are heading to the semi-finals of this Gold Rush tournament. And, again, let's have a quick look. The rundown of our semi-finals. So we had Rocky Cross eliminate Jack Stone. Joe Lincoln eliminated Joe Davis. Mufasa eliminated Shade. And the Wolfman eliminated Christian Hart. So, Rocky Cross versus the Phenom Joe Lincoln. And the Assassin Mufasa versus the Wolfman Alan Severn. 2 of those 4 Vixen, I almost called them Vixen villains. How dare I? Did you hear that, Luke? I just about said Vixen. I was calling them a bunch of ladies. I was calling them a bunch of ladies. How dare I? Those crazy villains are going to be going to war for the right to enter the tournament final. And, of course, the final 2 will fight and go to war for the right to fight the reigning, defending, 70-day reigning, defending TWA World Heavyweight Champion El Grande Americano. He's one of, I believe, the 4 top champions in TWA history. We did also throw January into that, though. She retired is the only reason we did it initially, but January, the coldest bitch on the planet, January from Team Infinite Only, actually held the Legends Championship for 114 days, which came just shy of Team Sir Jack the Great's. So Shade, when WCW was still around, he held the WCW World Champion as a fighting champion, too, by the way. He defended it 3 or 4 times. He had that championship for 124 days. So technically he is the longest reigning champion in TWA history. It just happens to be WCW is defunct, as is the championships. So the longest reigning TWA World's Heavyweight Champion was 103 days. That was Humboldt the Arcane from Team Variance of Strife. And the next closest to that was Mufasa, actually. When Mufasa was TWA World Heavyweight Champion, he was champion just 2 bloody days shy of tying the record of 103. He slid in at 101 days. Such a shame. Such a shame. That it would have been cool to see. Now, the question is, will an opponent today show up and swing for the fences and be able to dethrone El Grande, or is El Grande going to keep marching toward that TWA World Heavyweight Championship record? We're going to find out. But here we go. Starting off with the semifinals, Rocky Cross and Joe Lincoln and his team. Rocky Cross versus Team Joe Link is the next match of the day. Semifinal matchup. Here we go. And I'm just going to take a couple of moments here, and I'm going to grab myself a beverage. But if you guys want to continue conversation, what do we want to talk about next? Because I can catch up to the conversation. What's our next order of business as far as conversations go? What do you want to talk about? Luke, anything on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
I'm just going to change my Twitch name to Hardcore Country Luke.
Hardcore Country Luke. We will definitely talk about that. Moonraider, if you got anything that you want to talk about as well, we're going to talk about Hardcore Country Luke when I come back.
It just suits me, doesn't it? Come on, let's be honest. Like,
I mean, it does. Hardcore Country is, of course, Mickey. Exactly.
Why not go? Why not?
By the way,
I can't have Luke to do in there. Why not just go?
Actually,
Luke.
I'll ask my question when I come back. I'm just going to grab myself a beverage real quick, so I'll be right back. But I do have a question, and it goes back to earlier this morning when Luke sent me pictures very early this morning. For me, it was only like 8:45 in the morning, and I'm getting pictures. I'm getting pictures sent by Luke of Mickey James in her undergarments. So we'll talk about that when I come back. But I will be right back.
Some would say the superstar thinks a little too much of themselves, but the tape doesn't lie. This is a serious contender for any title. They need to loosen up, have a little fun, maybe even lose a match once in a while.
That is horrible advice.
And his opponent from the edge of reality, weighing in at 285 pounds, the
And guys, this looks to be a match with major implications here in WWE. Could change the entire landscape here. A man who always considers himself main event material, an uncrowned champion. He wants to show exactly why here tonight. There's a lot in this semifinals match. These superstars are determined to reach that ultimate final round. This final match is so close, these competitors can taste it. Looking to catch him off guard. It's going to take more than that to keep him down. Trying to make short order of things there. Knees up. Got the knees up just in time. Boom, what impact. And they tie up with a collar and elbow. Ooh, a little shove. Collar and elbow tie. That'll move you back. Big clothesline. And he's going to the top. Hitting the floor from that height has gotta hurt. He averts the offense. Rocked with a knee lift. Poison run.
I'd be impressed if I wasn't so horrified for what maneuver I just witnessed.
I imagine it takes a lot to be victorious in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Corey, is there anything to note about this match type that may not necessarily be all that obvious?
Well, losing the first fall isn't really as bad as it might appear. In fact, in doing so, you could actually be able to lull your opponent into a false sense of security. It's risky, but it could be worth it.
Standing moonsault gets all of it.
A move like that is what sets you apart from other superstars. Looks to climb the top rope.
Blast off!
Crash and burn.
That didn't look good at all. A ringside doctor's on hand if needed.
Totally helpless at the moment.
Can do some lasting damage to the body.
Look at this! Horse punch! Throwing all caution to the wind and flying around like a bat out of hell.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Boom!
Had it scouted. Now can capitalize. Belly to belly suplex. Goes into the pin. And he easily stops the ref's count.
An emphatic kick out.
And Corey, the superstars get right back in this match.
It's almost unbelievable what we're seeing with our own eyes.
Believe it, Corey, believe it.
Back body drop. Exclamation point. Spine buster. Oh!
Knew what was coming there.
Working the midsection there.
Slugging it out. Touchdown.
The fight is on. It is furious.
So much pride, so much resiliency on display. WWE Universe appreciates these athletes going all out.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Oh, he cuts it off.
Maneuvering their opponent all the way to the middle.
Climbing to the top. What's he have in store? Oh, no. Look what we have here. Up high.
All right, I have returned. What have I missed? Match is still going on. Do we have any falls yet? Is it still nothing? What's happening? What's going down? Ace Haunter is in the house. What's going on, Ace? I gotta go back and get some more shoutouts going. Let's see, who did I miss? Shiny Star did not get one yet. Shout out for Shiny Star, there we go. There's a couple of people still left that I haven't gotten shout outs out to, but they will get done, I promise you. And I'm getting a phone call, so I'll be right back.
Stopping the ref's count at 2.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge. Rolling into a monkey flip.
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
Senton! Oh, what a quick answer.
And he isn't looking helpless anymore.
Going from the defensive to the offensive, he is ready to go. And I ask, the way these combatants have been unloading on one another, how are they still going?
I think they're running on pure adrenaline alone now. Ooh,
He thinks he has it. And he fights it off.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now.
No one can. Uh-oh, he could be looking for a submission here.
in trouble in the grasp. Slides in between, nice shot from behind. Ooh, jarring right hand. Wow, somersault on prettier.
He might have sealed both their fates here.
There's two. What a kick out at two.
I do not know how they got up from that.
Operating on
That move has brought victory before, but not on this occasion. Might be time to think outside the box. He's not going to be able to pull this off, is he?
Yeah!
Oh, time the last ride!
I think it's all over now.
Oh, he was almost finished. Wow.
Well, looks like this book has a couple more chapters in it. We might be seeing a whole saga written tonight.
I can see it in the eyes from here. Disbelief. Unbelievable how this one is still going on.
The WWE Universe rooting these superstars on.
Pumping the adrenaline they so desperately need right now.
And he retaliates. Not looking good in this position.
Oh no, has him lined up for the kill shot. He's in a predicament here. DDT!
Oh no.
He is donning the crimson mask.
What a callous attack.
Oh God! Slow cover. Is it enough?
No! Kick out at 2.
How this match is still going on defies all reasoning. From the top, double axe handle connects.
This is a man possessed. Flying. Crashing to the floor.
This can't be good.
They just missed wildly.
Took the high risk, but unfortunately, no reward.
Ah, just a deadlift back suplex.
And just in time, he gets out of there.
Okay, I'm back again. Sorry about that. Mrs. called. She got a package. So I had to collect said package. So, oh, you've already changed it to Hardcore Country Luke on here. Nice. When did you do that? Just today, or?
Just a bit now.
Okay. I was going to say, I swear to God it said Luke the Gunner earlier, but...
Yeah, they probably said it in the chat. They haven't...
Well, it has... Your last message says, Hardcore Country Luke, yeah.
I know it's different, but it makes sense, right?
It does. It absolutely does. I do have to get Hyper Knight Raven.
Oh.
Our invader of the compound.
I was to put Luke the Gunner, I guarantee you they're still fucking trying.
That has to be the finishing blow he needs.
Have I missed any falls? Like, what's the score right now? Does anybody know? I mean, I probably will. But Hardcore Country Luke makes perfect sense. Well, I mean, I understand. So Arsenal could also be called Gunners, right? I mean, their logo is a cannon, right? So they, I believe, historically. Yeah, just I think maybe different parts of the area might have said Gooner instead of Gunner, and that's how that all got started, perhaps. So there's a fall by Rocky Cross. Is it 1-1 or 1-0 right now? Who knows? Somebody update me, because I've missed just a little tiny bit of this match. Is that 1-0 or is that 1-1? What's going down here? I don't know. I guess we'll find out with one of the next falls, but it does. It does. I do believe I've got almost everybody shouted out now.
It sounds like I've just been having a bad day. So it's like,
well, it's just weird. Not to mention that, you know, that became such an... And again, it was only because that guy that you had the issue with... What was that over again? I forget, but he reported you for having the name...
Conversation about Brock. Wait. Wait.
That's right. And what did that conversation entail? Did Joe Lincoln just hit him with brass knucks?
I said I was a fan of Brock Lesnar.
I'm pretty sure Joe Lincoln just hit him with a set of brass knucks. And there's our answer. It is now 1-1. So this has been a battle here in our first match of the semifinals. Holy hell. Rocky Cross just got speared right out of his boots by the Phenom. Wow, it's over. It is over just like that, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the semifinal matchup and moving on to the tournament final, representing Phenomenal Soul and Team Joe Link. It is the Phenom Joe Lincoln with a big win over Rocky Cross. So congratulations to Joe Link, who is sleeping right now. I was actually talking to him earlier. He just happened to still be up from his shift at work. He had to run his daughter to school. Yeah, he had to run his daughter to school. He was... No. I was talking to him on Discord. He just happened to still be up because he had just got back from doing a school run with his daughter. So, see, he is sleeping at the moment.
He has not had any sleep at all.
See, he works overnights, right? So he gets home early, and he gets home early in the morning. So what was that whole Brock Lesnar conversation about exactly?
I just said I was a fan of Brock Lesnar.
And they did not like Brock Lesnar.
He started saying he's a racist, he's a fucking rat, he's a pedophile, he's a predator and all that.
He's a predator and a sex offender. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard of Brock Lesnar being referred to as a racist before, so that's kind of weird. Shout out for Team Sir Jack, the great one. Shade did not make it through in the tournament, but he is still the longest reigning TWA champion in history, when he was the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, a fighting champion at that, at 124 days. Perhaps one of Team Sir Jack's the greatest signings is Shade. Alright, so big win for Joe Lincoln, the Phenom, moving on to the tournament final. And here we go. We'll move on to the second semi-final matchup. Who's going to join Joe Lincoln? Is it going to be Mufasa or the Wolfman Alan Severn, the Assassin or the Wolfman? It is Team Mufasa HCC versus Team Glenola next. One of these two villains are going to join Joe Lincoln. Who's it going to be? All right. See, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever heard Brock Lesnar being referred to as a racist or anything before. So that's.
I said you want to be that.
I mean, did he have a source for any of that information he was spreading, or did he just pull that out of his back pocket? Or his ass crack?
I don't know. I've never seen Brock Lesnar be anything to do with it being racist.
No. Has anybody else in the chat or Moon, have you ever heard of Brock Lesnar being referred to as a racist or a sex offender?
No, I haven't. I've never heard of it. He's called a racist, man.
I think we lost Moon. That or he's on mute. How dare he either way. How dare he either way. Alright, here we go.
Luke the Gunner just sounded like a weird
Yeah.
Luke the Gunner? Yeah. Well, I mean, that also makes sense. Like I said, you know, Arsenal are referred to as the Gunners, but... Well, it's also something that you didn't necessarily choose. Like, you ended up choosing that name, but you were forced to choose that name, right? So it's hard to swallow type of thing. Yeah. I've thought about changing my name a few times, but I've just stuck it out with the Archiverse. Of course, we don't associate that name. You know, we don't refer to the Archiverse when we're talking about the promotion anymore. It's simply TWA, but which is the Archiverse Wrestling Alliance. Most people know that. But yeah, we don't. You know, the channel name is the Archiverse. TWA is the promotion. But I did just about rebrand from the Archiverse to TWA Wrestling. I just never did.
Yeah.
Too many people, you know me as Archer now, right? So to suddenly change as TWA Wrestling. Yeah. Plus, it can confuse people too, right? You don't want that happening either.
People will know who I am.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem. That should not be a problem, I don't think. Blind as a bat. Technically speaking, bats are not blind. Some people do know that, some people do not know that. They actually can see a bit, but not well. They use, they use sonar for most of their navigating. But yeah. They're also not a rodent. They are a mammal. A flying mammal. But from time to time, you still hear people refer to a bat as a flying rodent. And here he comes again, the Wolfman, Alan Severn, ready to do battle with the assassin Mufasa. It's going to be very interesting to see who moves on to face Joe Lincoln in the tournament final. Looks like we're going to be taking a ghastly ad break. Sorry about that, folks. Remember, you can subscribe for an ad-free viewing experience, or you can use your Prime subscription, which costs you nothing at all unless you've already used that. Hopefully you have, for that matter.
Is this the final match?
No, this is the final semi-final match.
Oh, okay.
We still have the... Gotcha. Well, you'll have to watch it. You'll have to watch it later. But no, we're still in the semifinals. We still have the semifinal, this semifinal match, then we have the tournament final, and then we of course have the championship final. And then if we decide to do a go-home happy match of any kind, we shall see. We shall see. Alright, I'm just going to go back through my... I know I have to give Ace a shout out. We'll get Ace Hunter right now. There you go, Ace Hunter. Showing you just a little bit of love there. Now I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody else. I finally got Jack, I do know that. I got Rin, I got Shiny, I got Hyper Knight, I got Spider-Man, I believe. Yes, I did. Did we get Promptu? We did, we got Promptu.
You know what I like about Twitch? You swap up and don't put a capital letter on the username. Just put it as a display name and it changes to a capital letter for you.
It does, yeah. Hitman, I don't think we got a shout out for Hitman yet. We'll get Hitman next. How dare we not get a shout out for Hitman? Mufasa! Moonsault from the top turnbuckle. Good God. One count only on the Wolfman there.
Looks like he's coming back in.
I missed a comment from Jack earlier, though. Oh, and Hitman finally answered me, too. He's got the television mid-card shot. All right, so Abyss will be challenging for the television championship in the near future, then. In the near future. Either on a house show match or at Stars and Legends or Wrestle Wars Genesis. Our next live show, though, will be TWA Underground. It will be TWA Underground. Lots going on for TWA Underground. Elijah Archer will be defending his TWA Underground World Championship. Again, he's been a fighting champion. Oddly enough, he's been defending his championship. Very unlike Archer, by the way. Very unlike Archer. Usually he wins a championship and then loses it within the next two matches. So far, so good with the Underground World Championship. His longest title reign is still when he was Legends Champion back in Season 4. beat 28 straight Legends and had 27 Legends Championship defenses. It was crazy. Then he lost to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, of all people. It was weird. Ace Hunter is Andre the Giant, dressed as a gray wolf. That is a big fucking wolf. That is one big fucking... Andre the Giant dressed as a wolf. Think about that. That's more of a cow than it is a wolf, but... And driving a boat. How dare you drive a boat into the arena? There's not even any water. How the hell did you get in with a boat? Leave it to Ace. Driving a fucking boat. So nobody's won Blackjack yet, I don't think. Scroll back a little ways, you'll just see Blackjack is 18 to tie or beat. 10, 25, and 5 are the lotto numbers. And a pair of 3s for dice. There we go. We finally got a shout out for Hitman, the management team behind the Monster Abyss.
That's the whole city getting ready to play Chelsea, the FA Cup, apparently. I didn't even know it was on today.
Is it on today?
Yeah.
Is it now? Interesting. I mean, I didn't know that either.
Well, I've just turned over the TV, and apparently
Interesting. We did, yeah. Ooh, spear off the ropes by the Wolfman. The assassin is flat on his back. 2 count only, though. Launched from the Atlantic, I got the boat from my boat guy, Koloff. He may be undead now and taking his sweet time to return, but he's still his usual weird vehicle-getting self, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I did hear rumors that Koloff might be returning. I'm guessing that Koloff and Zach have finally mended fences. Oh, give me 1 second, I got a phone call coming in again. Hold on.
What's it going to take to keep this guy down? Into a knee. I don't know how you recover from that. Cover!
2 count. He kicks out somehow.
He's in total disbelief. That did not finish the job.
Everyone watching this is in total disbelief right now. Listen, that should have ended things. And look at his face. At this point, you have to believe he's losing some faith in himself.
We continue to see incredible perseverance from these competitors.
The war continues to rage on with no superstar willing to give an inch. Had it scouted and met. Double stop. Flattens the opponent.
He may be out for good after that.
Makes a cover. And that fall will get added to his score. What a raucous crowd here tonight.
2-1 face breaker. He's lining him up.
Arm wringer applied into the top wrist lock. Full control now. Oof. But here comes the fire.
Fisherman suplex. And he's staggering to his feet, about to head right into danger.
Now
Plasma set up in the corner of the Superman punch in the corner. Spear! That's got to be in here. Going for the cover. And here's the fall. Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here. He is struggling to find an escape, but to no avail.
Will the pain be too much? Will he submit? And he just decides to end the hold.
Wonder what he's thinking here. Oh, get ready. He's waiting for the perfect time.
Flying. Diving Hurricane. Whoa! We might be nearing the limits of this match.
Yeah, this is troubling. Can only hold on for so long now. Listen to this place. It's electric. Ooh, thunder. Cover. This could be all over.
Fights out at 2.
The fact that these superstars can still be moving at this point is beyond the realm of reality.
Oh, did you hear that? He counters with a great reversal.
Setting up again.
Omega driver. He might have secured the win here. Cover.
Finally, it's over.
Always interesting to see what kind of matchups we get in tournament action, as that match demonstrated.
Move right up.
Alright, I have returned. Sorry about that. I guess that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match. And moving on to the tournament final with Team Joe Link and the Phenom Joe Lincoln. It is the Wolfman Alan Severn from Team Glenola, the leader of the Wolfpack. Moving on to face the leader of Phenomenal Soul. And that'll be our tournament final. And then, of course, one of those two villains are going to be set to square off against the reigning, defending 70-day champion, El Grande Americano. So we have 2 matches left of this Gold Rush tournament. All right. So congratulations to Team Glenola. And unfortunately for Team Mufasa HCC, Mufasa wasn't able to get the job. He was not able to assassinate the Wolfman today. Was not able to assassinate the Wolfman. Let's see here. Ace says there's rumors Koloff was the guy in the mask who attacked Dom for Zach in the role play. The vignette that kicked, whoops, chat moved, that kicked out Dom a while back. Yes, I do remember when you guys outed him. Outed Koloff for Dom, outed Dom apparently now for Koloff. It's like a back and forth affair. Some say it was Sean Spears thanking Zach for the hire to the Eagle Club. Some say it was a coincidence, a crazed fan who knows only Zach knows probably. Oh, okay, who knows? Only Zach knows probably. What is Sean Spears doing now, though? Is he still kicking it with the Eagle Club? I can't remember what Sean Spears is up to. It's been a hot minute since we've seen Sean Spears. I couldn't remember, Ace, if he was still a member of the Eagle Club. Know for sure that Dom was outed. Rumors of Koloff returning. So I guess that's our next question to figure out, is what's going on with the... He joined same day as Ethan Page. Okay. Okay. No, I don't think he did, but I can make sure that's taken care of. Yes, Ethan Page, a member of the Eagle Club as well. Currently, Zach Payne's partner in crime. I'm sure they're going to be hitting the tag team soon. The tag team scene sometime soon. All right, here we go. On to the tournament final. What a tournament so far. Here we go. Tournament final. The Phenom Joe Lincoln, the Wolfman Alan Severn, the leader of Phenomenal Soul, versus the leader of the almighty Wolfpack. Team Joe Link versus Team Glenola. Either way you look at it, that is one hell of a tournament final. Who will earn the right to fight the reigning defending 70-day champion, El Grande Americano? We're going to find out. Let's keep that ball rolling. Let's turn and burn with our tournament final. Here we go. Here we go.
I got snowboarding here on TV.
You got what?
I got snowboarding here on TV.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. The Olympic Games snowboarding thing that you got about.
Who's racing today?
I don't know. It's Milano. It just says live Milano Cortina 2026.
Yeah, well, that's just the location. Yeah.
It's the men's snowboarding thing.
I just didn't know if you know.
I'll tell you what.
Because I know Great Britain has snowboarders in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. As does Canada, United States. I think most countries do.
I think he's an Italian person.
Oh, is he an Italian person?
Like down the floor there.
I know very soon men's hockey begins. As far as ice hockey goes. Team Canada will be squaring off against Team Switzerland. From the edge of reality, the Phenom. Ace says, Eagle Club runs on any man can be in the tag. So whoever of the three, Zach, Ethan, and Sean, you want to team together can be any combo and is acceptable to me. Fantastic. Well, like I said, I wasn't sure exactly. I knew you had talked about having Sean Spears as an addition to the Eagle Club, but I wasn't sure if that actually had taken place already or if it was just Ethan Page. So I knew Ethan and Zach would be hitting the tag team scene, but seeing how they're going to be a trio, free bird rule does exist, so they can put whoever they want in there in a tag team matchup as far as 2-on-2 goes. As far as 2-on-2 goes, Wolfman Alan Severn making his way back to the ring for the third time today. Can he make it a fourth? Can he beat Joe Lincoln? Or will the Phenom take out the Wolfman and move on to challenge El Grande Americano? We are going to find out. That's probably a good idea. Speaking of which, I never did advertise the fact that we're even live. I got a bad hat. Well, I'm going to do it in a second.
I could do it right now.
Just share the show to the Discord for me.
You don't do it. You don't have to do it all the time.
I do it all the time. Just sometimes I'm late.
These superstars have battled through and finally made their way to the final round. It all comes down to this. All the effort.
I'm just advertising it on X right now. There we go. And did you share the show to Discord?
I've got the link now, yeah.
Okay. So I don't have to worry about that then. You've got it. It is under control. Screenshot should be in redeems. Alright, cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure if Soul actually did that or not. I was unclear about that. But good to know. Thank you, appreciate it.
I like everyone in the Discord,
Appreciate it. Two more gentlemen that have got much history in the ring together. Singles competition, tag team competition, faction wars, the Wolfman and Joe Lincoln. If there were two men ever deserving of being in a world championship tournament, it is definitely Alan Severn and Joe Lincoln.
That was just malicious. A shot like that to the ego can really shake you up mentally.
It shouldn't say Wrestle Wars Genesis.
We're still live. We're live anyway. This is how you punish your opponent. And he's enjoying
Yeah, it shouldn't say Wrestle Wars Genesis, but yeah, I see that it does. It must not have. Oh, you copied the wrong link.
It's starting to take their
Yeah, you.
It's a marathon.
Well, here, I'll fix it. It takes 2 seconds. Well, because they'll click on the wrong VOD, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
2 out of 3 falls matches are all about strategy.
There we go.
But sometimes they can be about domination.
I'll just get rid of this one.
It definitely helps to tap into something a little more aggressive in this match.
I agree, Corey. If you want to earn your falls, you need to apply even more pressure than usual.
There we go. We're all fixed up. Jazz is now working at the Performance Center, according to Team Infinitoni. Awesome.
A chain of reversals here. Every motion getting cut off.
I always liked Jazz. Jazz was really good in the ring. Former women's world champion, not to mention.
Unmitigated pressure's on.
All right, so we're all good to go. But yeah, what were we were talking about something. What the hell was it? I think for a go home happy match, though, I think I'd like to see. I think I'd like to see the Gooners' new attire. I think we should see the Gooner and Cody Rhodes team up. Maybe against. I don't know. Who could they face? Who would you like to see Team Arsenal face? We could have Cody and Luke versus Moon and Oba. Team Arsenal versus Team Chelsea go home happy match. What do you think? Yeah. That sounds like a good go home happy match. So what's going on in the snowboard? Like, is it still the same run, or is somebody else up now? Do we have Olympics fans in the chat room? You guys like the Olympics? Not everybody does. I've always liked the Olympics. My only issue with the Olympics is the fact that the Olympics has become a business instead of just a platform to showcase our amateur talent. It's supposed to be the best of the best of our amateur talent that are looking to become professionals in the sport they choose. But nowadays, you've got professional players. Summer Olympics, Winter Olympics, doesn't matter. You've got professional players in an amateur world, and I don't like that. I don't think it should happen. Like, we have the World Championships, so why are we putting people that have already made it in a profession, have already made it to their league of choice, taking the spots of our amateur players? But again, it's a business, right? So they're making a ton of money off of it. That's the real answer. That is the real answer. And you got people that'll defend it. Well, we want the best of the best in there. Well, yeah, but they're not. That's what we have the World Championships for. Olympics is supposed to be amateur, and it should stay amateur. So I'm not a fan of, for instance, NHLers being in the Olympics. Not a fan. Will I watch it? Hell yes. But I don't think that's the way it should be, though. 24% World Championship worthy. Unlucky. At least you didn't get the dreaded 99, though, Mufasa. At least you didn't get that dreaded 99. Ooh, a boot wash by the Wolfman. I mean, he's so old school. Some of the things you see Severn do, he just looks for ways to brutalize people. He doesn't try to out-wrestle you. He tries to beat you into oblivion. And it is 1-0 for the Wolfman, Alan Severn. 1-0. Oh! Superman punch by the Wolfman off the rope. Spear! Speared him. Wow! Wow, we've had only one matchup this entire tournament where they drew one apiece. Every other match has been a clean sweep. This match was no different. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match by a score of 2-0. And moving on to the championship final to face El Grande Americano for the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Representing and leading the Wolfpack from Team Glenola, it is the Wolfman Alan Severn with a big win over Joe Lincoln, the Phenom. So congratulations to Team Glenola, the Wolfpack, and of course, the leader of the Wolfpack, the Wolfman Alan Severn. Fantastic. And I'll be honest, I don't think, I could be wrong, somebody can, I will stand corrected if need be. So do feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Alan Severn and El Grande have ever even faced off against one another. I do not think they have faced one another. You know, when we were well, actually, you were watching football yesterday, Luke. I was listening to it. It was almost like I was listening to the game on the radio. The one broadcast announcer sounded like Courtney. Or Honeybee Wrestling. Honeybee Wrestling, I suppose, for most people. To me it did, yeah. Did you not think so? Or do you, maybe you just didn't, you weren't looking for it, so you didn't notice, but yeah. She's from where?
From Leicester.
Oh, is she?
From
The Midlands. I was telling Moon earlier, I was on, oh hell, I don't know if it was Facebook or X, and they had a list of the top 10 European WWE champions, and with exception to two of them, which was Gunther and Andre the Giant, the rest of them were all born in either Ireland or England. And I'm like, how did they possibly make a top 10 best European WWE champions list being born in Ireland, England, and Scotland? Because they had Drew McIntyre on there, Sheamus, Becky Lynch, Dynamite Kid, British Bulldog, you know what I mean? It was crazy. I'm like, why are all these people on there? They are not European. They are from the UK. Literally, from the UK. The only ones that made sense were Gunther, because he's from Germany. And, of course, Andre the Giant is from France, right? So that makes sense. But I thought, who the hell made that list? Who the hell made the list, and why did they include a bunch of Irish and English-born wrestlers as part of a best European WWE champions? It was crazy. I don't know. I didn't get it. I did not get it. All right, here we go, guys. We're moving on to the championship final. The Wolfman Alan Severn set to square off for the very first time against El Grande Americano for the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Holy hell. And you know, I'm sure Team Infinitoni is going to want his guy to win, right? So he's going to be rooting for El Grande. But I got to tell you,
of course.
If Alan Severn somehow wins this, we are never going to hear the end of it. We are never going to hear the end of it. Ever. It will not dissipate. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is championship final time. The Wolfman Alan Severn versus El Grande Americano. Team Glenola versus Team Infinite Oni. The 70-day reigning defending TWA World's Heavyweight Champion versus the leader of the Wolfpack, multiple-time champion, Alan Severn. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Here we go. Here we go. And then, yeah, I'm thinking versus Team Arsenal. Might be a fun matchup for a go-home happy match. Might be a fun match for a go-home happy match. And, of course, don't forget our next live show will be TWA Underground as we continue the road to TWA's Glory Road. And, of course, we'll be having our house show matches in between, I'm sure. Our Stars and Legends house show matches. Anything can and will happen on Stars and Legends, whether it's house show matches or a live show. Of course, Stars and Legends has both. It's the only show that does. And if anybody was wondering, yes, we normally do tournaments on YouTube. But this is for the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship, and Wrestle Wars Genesis is exclusive to Twitch. However, you do see the Television Championship, the World's Tag Team Championship show up on Stars and Legends on YouTube, but the World's Heavyweight Championship remains on Twitch. Here we go, the Wolfman Alan Severn going to be driving down that ramp for the 4th time today. The question is, not how much is left in the gas tank of that ATV, but how much is left in the gas tank of the Wolfman Alan Severn, because we got a fresh, reigning and defending 70-day TWA World's Heavyweight Champion El Grande Americano set to come out and do battle with the leader of the Wolfpack, who has been riding the pine. He has not had one single solitary match. Now, I've said it before, not having matches throughout the tournament and being the cold person in the ring, if you will, being the fresh man in the ring doesn't always benefit you, because the winner of the tournament could be riding a high. They could still be on cloud 9 over the victory. They're excited. They are hyped. They want to win that championship. However, damage retention's a real thing. You get battered, you get bruised, you get fatigued throughout the tournament. Does he have what it takes to defeat the fighting champion that has been El Grande Americano, because he's defended that championship on more than one occasion? More than a few occasions, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's defended that championship 3 to 4 times. And here he comes, representing Team Infinite Oni, the reigning, defending TWA World's Heavyweight Champion, El Grande Americano. Can he retain again? Or does the Wolfman come to gain? We're going to find out. We are gonna find out.
The champ certainly has his hands full tonight, but looks more than ready.
I do love the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship. It's, of course, our version of a Winged Eagle Championship. It's got a lot more detail than the original Winged Eagle Championship. However, it is our take on a Winged Eagle Championship, and I do love it. Look at that. Such a beautiful championship. Diamonds, rubies, platinum and gold. 'Tis a sexy championship belt. Damn, El Grande has had a wild showing. I know. Man's on fire. 70 days. Today is 70 days that he's been TWA World Heavyweight Champion. It's kind of crazy. From Hamburg, Germany, is El Grande Americano, ladies and gentlemen. The Superstar. All right, here we go. The championship is officially on the line. 2 out of 3 falls. Who is walking out with the gold? We's going to find out. Sorry, say that again.
The champ is the champ for a reason. That isn't suddenly changing.
Liam Rossetti? So wait, he's not staying with Chelsea?
Oh, he's played.
Oh! Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I thought you meant he was leaving Chelsea already and going back to one of his old teams. I was like, holy shit, what happened there? That would have been wild. Yeah, just slightly, yeah. Would have been a little weird. Wolfman off to a strong start here. But El Grande is one of those wrestlers, though. Just when you think you got him, you don't. So Wolfman's going to have to keep that pressure on, keep that pace up. Oh! Big lariat by El Grande, Americano. I mean, I don't think El Grande wants to match power with the Wolfman. That's probably a bad idea. So the fact that he went back to a more technical set here, probably a good idea for him. Not that El Grande isn't a strong wrestler, but Wolfman is power personified. I still can't believe, no offense, I don't, and I mean no ill will by this at all, but I can't believe Alan Severn is the one facing El Grande today. You go back and look at those quarterfinals, would you have guessed that the Wolfman Alan Severn would make it through to the championship final? I don't know. I'm not sure I would have guessed that myself. So we got about 9 minutes until hockey kicks off. Well, it doesn't kick off. The puck drops, to be specific. Ace Hunter said, I thought Joe Lincoln would have made it. Yeah, me too, actually. When it came down, yeah, I thought Joe Lincoln was going to be facing El Grande for sure. Historically speaking, when Alan Severn and Joe Lincoln have fought in the past, Joe Lincoln has bested him. Alan Severn has beaten Joe Lincoln, don't get me wrong. Not as many times as the Phenom has beaten the Wolfman, though. And I kind of thought that same thing might take place here today, but... Oh, he missed! Flying headbutt to the mat. You got to be on your game against El Grande. Got to be on your game against El Grande.
Take a look at this.
Ooh! Air raid crash. Damn. Somehow Wolfman kicked out of that, so it is still 0-0. Oh, elbow to the face. Oh, look at this. El Grande caught him. Holy crap. Nice power slam by El Grande Americano. Off the second rope. Flying cross body takes the Wolfman back off his feet. Taken to the skies he is. Oh, he missed. Severn rolls out of the way just in time. And El Grande... Oh! That was a hell of a pile driver. Oh, he kicked out. He kicked out. Holy hellballs. Holy hellballs. El Grande. Oh! Alan Severn able to evade the drop kick. Wow, these guys are just going back and forth as far as reversals go. Really not, neither one of them have really had control of the match for very long. Oh, he missed. I don't know if his feet got caught on the top rope, but he fell just like a half an inch short of landing that springboard headbutt. Or slingshot headbutt, actually. What is the Wolfman doing? Oh, drops him throat first on the top rope. But look at that, El Grande just keeps coming back. Nice snapmare takedown. Off the ropes he comes. Oh, he kicks him right. Oh, no! Evasion. Nice reversal by the Wolfman. Big right hand off the second turnbuckle, but Severn misses. What a match so far. These guys are literally going back and forth. Fantastic. I think he just busted open Severn. Landed the body splash. Slingshot splash over the top rope. And he is measuring up the Wolfman here. Ooh, nice. Wolfman kicks out again. Wolfman kicks out again. Wowzers. I feel like Team Infinite Oni was probably thinking this matchup was coming up sometime soon and is sitting at work unprofessionally watching his match, pulling it out of his pocket now and again to see what's going on, noticing that it is the Wolfman versus El Grande. He's probably biting his nails. He works in a bank, so when he's talking to people, he could be spitting nails at people. It's kind of gross, actually. I believe Oni's a bank manager, I think. If he's not a manager, he's just a teller. Either way, he works in a bank. But I feel like he's like a branch manager of some sort or something. I could be wrong, though. I mean, he'll hear this conversation and correct me either way, but... Still looking for that first fall of the matchup. Drops the Wolfman throat first on the top rope. Big flying elbow drop from the second turnbuckle.
Taking on so much offense.
Ooh, got him that time. Wolfman evaded that. The last time El Grande attempted it, but El Grande nailed it that time, and he is measuring up the Wolfman. Belly to back suplex. And there it is, 1-0 for El Grande Americano.
This is truly awesome. Everything's going
Wowzers.
executing his game plan with authority.
Alan Severn is bleeding, and you can tell he is fatigued. Oh, pile driver.
I knew it would take more than that to put the champ away.
But just how much more is needed? The end could still be right around the corner.
I've lost count of how many times this match should have ended by now. Ripping at the eyes.
Just refusing to give up. Continues fighting.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
Oh, right to the throat. Ooh. This is just someone saying, I am the alpha in this match.
Boom, right to that midsection. Counters right into the bread basket.
Into the bread basket.
Got them off their feet here. Driven down face first.
He is locked in and he has his opponent dead to rights.
Wolfman keeps trucking. He's bleeding, he's battered, bruised, and fatigued, but he keeps trucking. still 1-0. Wolfman still trying to get that first fall and tie up the matchup. Gotta tell you, it must be difficult to see, though, with that blood leaking in his eyes.
He's in a very bad spot. Totally out of it. Like a cruise missile from the second row. And listen to this place.
Oh, look at this. Air raid.
That's scary. Look at his eyes. Fixated on the opposition.
It is an air raid neck breaker.
Check this out. What a DDT. Good night. The champ might have just ended things right there. Got it.
But that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the tournament, and still your TWA World Heavyweight Champion, representing Team Infinite Oni, it is El Grande Americano going home with the gold again. Who is going to defeat this guy? Who is going to... He just keeps winning. He just keeps winning. He may not have held the championship so far, as long as Humboldt's or Mufasa, but I'm pretty sure he has more title defenses. He has definitely been a fighting champion. That is insane. Wow. So congratulations to Team Infinite Oni. El Grande Americano, ladies and gentlemen, is still your TWA World Heavyweight Champion. Crazy. I did not think Alan Severn was going to make it to the championship final, and I actually thought we would have got a new champion today. I thought we would have had a new TWA World Heavyweight Champion today. Wow. Ace Otter says, "Damn, El Grande strikes again. That's nuts." I know, right? It is nuts. You're not wrong. It literally is nuts. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my god. That's crazy, right? Because, I mean, Team Infinite Oni actually signed him as a joke. Just wanted to see what he could do for part of his team. And man, oh man, never looked back. Became the first ever quintuple champion, became the first ever sextuple champion, and here we are 70 days later, and he's going to be improving on that record. 70 days later, he is still the TWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Wow. And if you think about it, if he stays champion for another 33 days, 31 to tie Mufasa, 33 if he wants to tie Humboldt's the Arcane. Wow.
Where are you, bro? He's counting the team at the moment. There was 26 minutes in the championship. Come on, bro.
Oh, boy. All right, well, there you have it. Another tournament in the books. World Heavyweight Championship did not leave the champion. But look at that. We had Rocky Cross beat Jack Stone. Joe Lakin beat Joe Davis. Mufasa beat Shade. Alan Severn beat Christian Hart. Then in the semifinals, Joe Lincoln took out Rocky Cross. Alan Severn eliminated the assassin Mufasa. Tournament final, Alan Severn took out the Phenom Joe Lincoln, and then it came down to El Grande Americano versus the Wolfman Alan Severn for the World's Heavyweight Championship. El Grande does it again. Holy hell. All right. Congratulations to Team Infinite Oni. Absolutely amazing. Crazy, but absolutely amazing. All right, we're going to have a go-home happy matchup here. And I think what we will do is we will have ourselves a tag team elimination style matchup. Let's see here. Tag team elimination. Actually, Luke, do you want a regular tag team elimination, or do you want a tag team lockdown where it's 2 out of 3 falls inside 4 sides of steel? Luke? Now,
Let's have a TWA lockdown.
TWA lockdown? Alright, tag team lockdown it is. Alright, so we're going to have Luke the Gooner and his tag team partner, the American Dream, Cody Rhodes. They're going to be, of course, showcasing their brand new attire. Going to be taking on Moondust and Obafemi, his partner in crime. Two out of 3 falls, which I guess goes right along with the tournament, doesn't it? Tournament was 2 out of 3 falls. Go home happy match, 2 out of 3 falls. Makes perfect sense. But here we go. TWA lockdown matchup. 2 out of 3 falls inside 4 sides of steel. It is Team Arsenal and Team Chelsea sending everybody home happy. So let's rock and roll. Let's keep the ball rolling. And I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab myself a beverage and use the washroom. I shall return. I leave you with Luke the Gooner and a missing Moon Raider. Oh, Moon Raider's still here. He won't be here long though, because he'll be heading to the ring. He'll be throwing on his makeup and ring gear, running to the ring, and you know, meeting up with his partner in crime, Obafemi, here shortly. So, but I will be right back.
And here comes one of my favorites.
The following contest is a tag team steel cage match. Introducing first, from Manchester, England, weighing in at 228 pounds, Luke the Gooner.
I can't watch this entrance. I heard this one backstage talking up their own work non-stop. Well, why don't they get in the ring and prove it, huh? That's what they're doing right now, Corey. Well, good. Let's see what they've got then. A man who elevates his game every week. He is competing at his highest level yet. This is the man who ended Roman Reigns' historical 1,316-day reign as undisputed WWE Champion. Some might say Cody finished the story. And now the American Nightmare sits atop the mountain as the new leader in our industry.
All eyes are on Cody Rhodes. He knows every match is a must-win now.
Well, Rhodes has proven he can win the big one. And now Cody looks ready to create a new chapter in the Rhodes family legend.
Here we go, guys.
From England, weighing in at 372 pounds, the Assassin!
Matches like these, with talent of this caliber, this is why sports entertainment is in our form.
And I have returned. Are you watching this, Luke? Did you see your new tire yet? What's that? You'll have to rewind it if you can, because right now it is Moondust coming out with his Team Chelsea attire. The mysterious assassin Moondust. And now his partner in crime, the ruler, Oba Femi.
WWE Universe, bow before the ruler.
Sir, yes, sir. Oba Femi is an absolute powerhouse.
This should be interesting. Team Chelsea versus Team Arsenal. Rivals in FC, rivals in pro wrestling. Who picks up the victory?
Not his 10th match in WWE, his 10th match ever.
Are you an Oba Femi fan, Luke?
Oh yeah, I like Oba Femi.
Yeah, me too. I think he's going to be a huge star. Going to be a huge star, Oba Femi. Remember, this is a TWA lockdown matchup. 2 out of 3 falls inside the 4 sides of steel. Those 4 sides of steel should be lowering at any time now. Here we go.
The steel cage is locked, and this match is underway. Time and time again, we hear unforgiving used to describe the steel cage, and tonight is no different.
Just look into their eyes. These superstars know what's the business match, and it isn't pretty.
So much carnage can happen inside the steel cage.
Yeah, you got a real good look at the new attire during the entrance. Of course, you can see it while he's wrestling too, but Wow, nice exchange there. Reversal by Obafemi. I'll tell you though, Gunner and Cody Rhodes work very well as a unit. Oh! There is no climbing over the cage or walking through any doors in this matchup. The only way to win is to defeat your opponents twice inside the 4 sides of steel.
Straight to the knee. Clearly a strategy going to be there with the attention on the leg. Evasive maneuvering there. And a reverse DDT, delivering a Falcon Arrow. They're just punishing their opponent now.
I don't know who to watch, Oba and Gunner or Cody and Moondust. Nice flying crossbody by the American Nightmare. Oh, and a lariat takes the ruler down.
He's zoning in. Has something big in store. Will this be enough?
Oh, he went for the Cody cutter. The ruler evades and takes control for a very short amount of time. A reversal by the American Nightmare.
Starting to ascend the steel cage.
Crossroads by the Gunner. Oh, went for the flying elbow drop, but missed. Moondust got back to his feet, and now he's taken on both members of Team Arsenal. The ruler's still trying to catch his breath. Oh, Gunner clash. Moondust kicks out though. Moondust kicks out. Crossroads to the ruler. It is 1-0 for Team Arsenal. 1-0. Oh, Gunner going for another Gunner clash. Rolls Moon up. Moondust kicks out though. Rolls up to Gunner. Gunner kicks out. Not even a 1 count there. Gunner goes right after Moondust.
Listen to this twice. We know what's racing through his mind. Looking for submission.
Again, it is 1-0 currently for Team Arsenal over Team Chelsea. Obafemi breaks up the submission, keeps the score at 1-0. So Team Chelsea is still in it to win it. Oh! Fall from grace. But the Gunner right there to break up that pinfall. Ooh, nice block by Oba. Got a suplex. Did the Gunner. Oh, nailed him right in the chin. Cody Rhodes might be knocked out here. Looking for that 3 count on Cody Rhodes. Couldn't get it though. Cody Rhodes kicks out at the count of 2. Mandible claw. Oh, he let it go. And the Gunner breaks the pinfall up before a 1 count even happens. Oh, look at this. Oh! Death Valley driver to the Gooner. But look at that. Gooner getting right back up. Got right back up. Snake eyes to Cody Rhodes. Oh, no, sir. Reversal by Obafemi. Big back body drop. Moondust couldn't contain Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes got the pinfall broken up. Oba, the ruler, looking to plant the Gooner. Oh, Gooner reverses. Some big right hands right between the eyes, but Moondust from behind. Yeah. Yeah, Moondust looks fantastic. Super kick right to the lips. Gooner kicks out. Moondust goes for a pin, but again the Gooner able to break that pinfall. Oh, mandible claw. Cody Rhodes breaks up that pinfall. Reverse DDT to Moondust. Oh, nice evasion by the ruler. Missed the shoulder tackle, though. Gooner rolled up Moondust. Sorry about that brief delay. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match. Representing Team Luke the Gooner 94, now known as Hardcore Country Luke. It is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and the Gooner Luke Ballmer. They are Team Arsenal with a victory over Team Chelsea. Team Chelsea came so close to tying it up there. They did. They picked up the dub. Picked up the dub, they did. Wow. What a match that was. It really looked like Team Chelsea was going to tie that match up. They just could not. Yeah. They just couldn't seem to get the job done. Some of the replays of this match are fantastic. It's nice when they choose good replays. Sometimes the replays are ghastly. Sometimes they are ghastly. Luke the Goon Ballmer. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. That is all for episode number 693. We are only 7 shows away from 700. It is right around the corner. Lots to look forward to. A lot of excitement coming your way from TWA Wrestling. But that is it for the day. We'll see each other again. Well, I'm thinking Sunday, actually, for TWA Underground. Stay tuned to Discord and X, of course, for changes and updates. But I believe TWA Underground will be Sunday late afternoon, I believe. It is going to be a great show. Elijah Archer will be defending his TWA Underground World Championship. You don't want to miss it as we continue the road to the next big SPV for TWA, Glory Road. And as usual, I appreciate everybody for being here. It's been a great day. Great matches, great show, great tournament. Let's just see.
Great match,
We may as well get an invasion going. Go show some love. We'll go show some love to Team Dogface. But it is that time of day, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you for TWA Underground. You don't have to go home. You do have to get the fuck out of my channel. Let's go show Dogface some love.